A rare recall election in Seattle. The first votes are in on whether to recall City Council member Kshama Sawant. Glad to have you with us tonight. I'm Greg Copeland.
I'm Jessica Janner Castro. Right now, the yes votes lead. 53% of votes counted are yes for a recall, 47% no. That's about a 2,000 vote difference. A reminder, though, that this is a vote by mail process, so these results are not final. We want to bring in our chief political reporter, Chris Daniels, now, who's live in Capitol Hill, where Councilmember Sawant has gathered with supporters tonight. And Chris, this decision is the first of its kind for the city.
Yeah, and you really have to go, Jessica, back to the towns of Black Diamond and Pacific in recent memory for any sort of recall election. This is very rare in the city of Seattle, a single issue election in a single district, District 3, where we are standing right now. That's who was allowed to vote in this recall vote of Councilmember Kshama Sawant, and you just alluded to the numbers. A 7-point spread right now with the yes and no votes, with 53% saying they would like to recall Councilmember Sawant over 3 charges that were validated in a petition by the state Supreme Court. But that gap between the yes and no voters is just 2,000 votes. If you have followed races in this district in the past, Councilmember Sawant has been elected 3 separate times. She also wins the late vote, the young voters, the people who decide on election day today who they're going to vote for. And so there is, behind me in Chop Suey here on Capitol Hill, a lot of optimism about tonight's result, even though Sawant is down by 7 points. Reaction now from both camps.
In every one of our elections, there has been a dramatic swing after election night in our direction. Given the unprecedented nature of this undemocratic December election, while we cannot be sure of the final result, if past trends hold, it appears working people may have prevailed in this fight.
It's promising, it looks great, it's leaning in our way, so I'm very confident in that. I know that there's more ballots that are out there that haven't been delivered to the King County yet, but we're confident that they're going to be in our favor.
And that was Henry Bridger, who has been the campaign chairman for the Recall Sawant campaign. You heard from the council member herself just before that. And that is the big question now, just how many ballots remain in this district. We almost have to go back to 2 years ago in a hotly contested race between Councilmember Sawant and Egan Orion, when there was a 9-point lead by Orion on election night. It swung the other direction, 13 points. It appears, based on the voting then and the voting now, there could be upwards of 10,000 ballots still out there. Again, the numbers here look very good for Kshama Sawant, but this is not a normal election. We'll keep an eye on it throughout the rest of the week. For now, live on Capitol Hill, I'm Chris Daniels, King 5 News.